Hello, Mang Disciples, and welcome to today's Ignite at Home lesson. Have you guys ever had to wait for something that you really wanted? I remember that when I was little and presents would start appearing under the Christmas tree in December, I would really want to go and open them to see what I got. But I had to wait until Christmas morning. When I got older, I didn't have a lot of friends in school. So I started praying that God would send me some friends. But it felt like I had to wait a really long time before God sent me any friends. Waiting can be really hard. But the good news is we are not alone in our waiting, because there are a lot of people in the Bible who had to wait for God to answer their prayers. And today, we are going to learn how to wait on God from the story of a woman named Hannah.
So there was a gal and her name was Hannah. She was very sad because she wanted to have children, but she couldn't have any babies. To make matters worse, the other women that she knew teased her because they had many sons and daughters and she didn't have any. The other women would say,
Hannah, we have so many sons and daughters and you have none. Ha.
One year, Hannah traveled with her family to the tabernacle to offer sacrifices to God, just like they did every year. But this year, Hannah did something different. After her family was done eating supper, she went back to the tabernacle and started praying to God. Hannah told God all about how sad she was because she didn't have any children. Between her tears, she made God a bold promise.
Oh God, I'm so sad because I don't have any children. And all of the other women, they have children. I have to look at their children every single day. And it's a reminder that I don't have any children of my own. And I'm miserable. I am miserable, God, and I hate it. God, please, if you give me a son, then I will give that son back to you. And my son will serve you for the rest of his life. Just please.
While Hannah was praying, her lips were moving, but no words were coming out of her mouth because she was praying in her heart. A priest named Eli was at the tabernacle, and when he saw Hannah, he thought that she was crazy. Eli said,
Hey lady, stop acting so crazy. You're making a fool of yourself.
Hannah replied,
Oh no, sir, I'm not crazy. I'm just pouring out my soul to God because I feel so sad that I don't have any children.
Eli said,
May you go in peace, and may God give you a son like you have asked of him.
Hannah went back to her family, and she didn't feel sad anymore. Soon, Hannah became pregnant, and she gave birth to a son. She named her son Samuel, which means, I have asked God for him. When Samuel was old enough, Hannah brought him to the tabernacle and left him with Eli the priest, so Samuel would learn to serve God for the rest of his life, just like she promised. Afterwards, God blessed Hannah with 3 more sons and 2 daughters, and Samuel became a prophet to Israel.
Wow, that is a really cool story. Hannah had to wait a long time before God fulfilled her desire to have children. But while she was waiting, Hannah did something very important. She prayed to God about her desires. You see, God likes it when we talk to him about what we want. Sometimes God doesn't give us what we want, or sometimes God makes us wait for what we want. But God treasures it when we come to him with our desires because it builds our relationship with him. During the season of Advent, we remember how the Israelites waited for 400 years between when the last prophet spoke and when baby Jesus was born. And I'll bet that during those 400 years, the Israelites prayed and prayed for God to send them the Messiah, just like Hannah prayed and prayed for a baby. During Christmas, we celebrate that God kept his promise to send the Messiah through baby Jesus. But did you guys know that Christians today are still waiting for Jesus? Even though Jesus was born 2,000 years ago, we are still waiting for him to return so he can judge the living and the dead and make everything wrong in this world right again. And if God listened to Hannah's prayers for a baby, and if God listened to the Israelites' prayer for a Messiah, then we can be certain that God listens to our prayers as we are waiting for Jesus to return. Pasi Chow, my young disciples, and remember to wait with hope.
Oh my gosh, my veil.
It's like the Hat of Holiness fiasco all over again.
And the Oscar award for Best Actress goes to...
That's like probably the most cringiest thing I've done for Jesus.
Simba. Except Samuel.
You know, it's a good thing I have this kid around because if you've read the rest of the Bible story, Eli's sons are awful people. No, having a king is it's a bad idea. My mother sent me to preschool since I was like 5, and do people listen to me? No.